All right, what's going on, everyone? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to the channel. Let's see, make sure I am in frame here. Looks like I am. Like I said, I hope you're having a wonderful day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Lake Pro Tackle, we're here to bring you the most exclusive rods, reels, and tackle. You know, we don't have it all, but we've got the good stuff, keeping you on the water and keeping you catching fish. So today's video, speaking of catching fish, we're gonna be talking about the Berkley Big Bass Bash at Lake Fork. You know, this tournament goes on every year, hosted by Bass Champs. This tournament, you can only use Berkley baits, and there are other contingency programs for like Abu Garcia and stuff like that. So, you know, the Berkley Big Bass Tournament is one that it's super popular. You know, there's thousands of people who enter this tournament to win a brand new boat for the largest over and also a brand new boat for the largest under. And if you don't know, and this is your first time hearing about this tournament, the largest size, or I guess the minimum size for that slot is 24 inches. And then the, sorry, did I mess that up? Minimum is 16, maximum 24, I guess. So 16 to 24 is the slot. Kind of, you know, my brain isn't working that well. I just had some coffee, got me a little jacked up a little bit on caffeine. So that's just kind of how this video is gonna go. We're gonna be talking about my top 5 baits. Now this tournament is at the end of the month in October, so the 21st and 22nd, and we're gonna talk about my top 5 Berkley baits to help you catch more bass on Lake Fork. You know, the weather is cooling down, the water's cooling down, the fish are moving up, they're eating shad, they're eating a whole bunch of food for the wintertime. You know, Berkley has done a wonderful job. They've come out with a ton of different products to fit all the gaps, all the niches when it comes to fishing tackles. You know, they came out with their spinnerbait, came out with the coal shad, they came out with a whole bunch of other stuff. And we're gonna talk about kind of my favorite ones. We're gonna go over the tournament real quick though. So I printed out just a little flyer here, and you can check that out on Bass Champs website. Go to Google, type in Berkley Big Bass Lake Fork, and you'll be able to pull this up for yourself. But each hour, guys, the top prize is $1,000 for the largest fish weighed in that hour. The first 1,200 entries receive a free Berkley package. So you're gonna get a couple baits. I believe our Berkley rep said you might get a t-shirt as well. No promises on that, but you are gonna get a free little Berkley bag for the first 1,200 entries. So this is a big tournament. Lake Fork is gonna get crowded, but they are giving away a ton of stuff. So each hour prices go down to 20th place. So even if you aren't sure, you're probably sure that you won't get a prize, definitely just go weigh in, see if it makes it. I've heard of guys weighing in like little 8 inchers and still getting a prize because no one weighed and fished that hour. But if you do get like a 2.5 pounder for an under, you should be pretty close to winning a boat. And if you get like a magnum fish over 24, anywhere, you know, above 10 pounds, you should be in the run for that boat as well. So they also have exact weight bonus cash. So if you weigh in a 2.5, a 3, a 9, or a 10 exactly, you're gonna get a $1,000 bonus. And it has to be caught on an Abu Garcia rod and reel. So this is one of the contingencies where if you are using Abu Garcia products, it's gonna help you out a lot as well. Entry fee for 1 day is $160, 2 days is $200, registration at the Lake Fork Marina. And if you want to read more about it, head over to Bass Champs' website and you can learn more about that. So we're going to kind of break down what's going on right now on Lake Fork. Water temps are going down, fish are moving up, shallow bite is really good. Come late October, those fish are still going to be around those areas. They're going to be spread out a little bit more as they are right now at this current time. You know, there's a lot still in lake. There's some moving back in the pockets and there's some in the very back. It's gonna be very similar, except those fish are gonna be moving the opposite direction. Instead of moving in the coves, they're gonna be moving out of the coves. And we're gonna try to catch them on those pinpoints. And you know, one of the best ways to do it, Lake Fork has a ton of timber, it has some good clay banks, it's got some good rock. One of my favorite ways to catch them during that time of the year is on a crankbait, specifically a Strike King 3XD. Now, you can't throw Strike King products, but you can throw this brand new crankbait. I've talked about it a little bit already. This is the Berkley Dime 10. This color here specifically is the blueback herring. I absolutely love the blueback herring color. It really, really looks like a shad to us here in Texas because we don't have blueback herring. But this is overall just such a great shad pattern. The water is probably gonna get a little bit muddy just because of the high winds coming in from the fall and also the high boat traffic. So this color here is one of my favorites. It's very, very bright. And this is just an overall great pattern for Lake Fork. Now, of course, you can also throw like a vanilla chartreuse, which is going to be like a white pearl with some chartreuse on it. That's going to be a great color, but a dime 10 can work through timber extremely, extremely well. It's got some great fusion hooks on it. Overall, a wonderful, wonderful bait for hitting those points and hitting those hot spots, whether it's a main lake point, secondary point, or really just a timberline. It can be super, super deadly. So when it comes to fishing Lake Fork, guys, there's gonna be a lot of pressure on the lake. These baits right here that I picked out are gonna help you circumvent a little bit of that pressure. You know, people are all limited to Berkley baits. So if you do get your hands on some of the newer baits, especially like the dime, and this one right here, this is the Power Blade spinner bait. This one has been out for a year so far. Edwin Evers helped create this bait here. It doesn't have to be this one here. It can be the compact. You know, the slobber knocker is a great option. However, with this spinner bait here, I'm gonna be going up shallow, burning around some of that water willow, some of that shallow submerged vegetation and stuff like that, because there still is a ton of vegetation in the water since the water levels came back up in Lake Fork. So when Tim and I were there in the springtime, there was a ton of cover in the water, you know, just vast amounts of cover. If you can cover water really efficiently with something like this half-ounce spinner bait, you're gonna have a lot of success, I feel like. And you know, spinner bait in the fall time is such a no-brainer. Typically, I like to work it a little bit shallower. In the springtime, in the summertime, early summertime, I like to wake it at the surface because those fish are actively feeding up. In the fall time, a lot of the times I feel like those fish are looking down a little bit. You know, they're feeding closer to the bottom. So with this guy here, this half-ounce, I'm gonna weigh it, not weigh it down, but I'm gonna fish it a little closer to the bottom. For a trailer, you can put a power swimmer on it. The Berkley's little, you know, swim baits that they have. You can also put a power stinger on the back of this and fish it just as well. Or you can fish it completely without a trailer. That is up to you. So anything on this Power Blade spinnerbait will work really, really well. And I highly recommend a spinnerbait if you are fishing up shallower. And for my third option, guys, is going to be the Swamp Lord Frog. The Swamp Lord Frogs are not quite in yet, but if you can get your hands on them, and they should be in just before the tournament. We should be getting coal shads, Nessies, and Swamp Lord frogs, poppin' frogs, and regular frogs. We should be getting those in here in just a little bit, just in time for the tournament. So watch out for that. Berkley does have a topwater frog, and it's going to be extremely, extremely deadly. The hookup ratio is really good. It has a nice soft body, and you will guaranteed catch some fish on it at Lake Fork. So when those swamp donkeys come in, guys, if you aren't already following, we're gonna let you know when they come in and go up on the website at Lake Pro Tackle on Instagram and Facebook. So make sure you click the notification bell when we post that story on Instagram, and we'll also post one here on YouTube letting you know those all came in. So be on the lookout for that. So that's my third option. So far we've got the Dime 10, spinnerbait, and the Swamp Lord Frog. Next up are gonna be dragging techniques. So you can use these basically anywhere. First up is going to be the Max Scent General. Now this is a 5-inch Senko. It's got Max Scent baked into it, so it's super smelly. John Cox loves wacky rigging these up shallow, and this is a deadly, deadly technique that you can fish the same areas as like the spinnerbait and the frog. Let's say you get a blow up on the frog and it completely misses it. Pitch a little wacky rig Senko in there, and you can easily follow up your bites, catch more fish, and the Max Scent and durability of this bait is actually really, really good. So I highly recommend the Max Scent Generals. They also make regular Generals in the regular power bait, and they have a little bit more action to them. These I feel like are a little bit heavier and will get down a lot faster. You can fish these on a Carolina rig, Texas rig, literally anything. We've got a whole bunch of different colors, you know. Everything here you can check out on the website, lakeprotackle.com. Free shipping for orders over $50, guys. And finally, one of my favorite techniques on Lake Fork is a drop shot. And one of the best baits to drop shot in the fall time is a morning dawn worm. And to fit the Berkley mold, we've got the bottom hoppers here. These are not the fat bottom hoppers, just the regular ones in 6.25 inches. A little bit bigger than a typical robo worm, I know, but you can nose rig these, you can Texas rig these, cover shot them, power shot them, however you want to do it. These baits right here are super, super amazing on a drop shot. I've done plenty of videos on that, so I don't need to go into another drop shot video, but those are my top 5 baits. You know, this one here, the bottom hopper, it has the power bait mixed into it. It's a very durable plastic, and you're fishing for a new boat. So before we finish out this video, I just want to wish everyone the best of luck. We appreciate all the orders coming in here. We try to get some really, really cool stuff like the Poison Ultima, P5s from Mega Bass, NRX Pluses. You know, we're trying to bring in as much cool stuff as we can. Make sure that everyone is taken care of, and if you need something, leave it down in the comments below if we don't have it. Like I said earlier, we can't carry everything. We're just one small shop up here in North Texas, and we can't carry it all, but we can carry the stuff that works really well and the stuff that works for you. So as a customer of ours, as a viewer on YouTube here, we want to say thank you for all your support on YouTube. We're coming up on 2,000 subscribers, and we're doing another big giveaway at that milestone there. So I think we just hit 15 or 1,600, which I am super blessed and amazed by how fast we reached that number there. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to sign up for the Big Bass Tournament on Lake Fork. Check out all the Berkley products that we have in the store here. If you do want to go for that contingency money with an Abu Garcia rod or reel, let us know. We've got Veritas, we've got a whole wide range of Abu Garcia stuff as well. So go check it all out, lakeprotackle.com, guys. God bless. We'll see you next time at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.